Welcome everybody to it's actually the Dash to Diamond and the Team Aloha combined Monday night call. I am going to be sharing my screen and I did a presentation. Just have to get to it, 1 second. I decided to do a combined Zoom. All right, if everybody can just mute their lines so that we have quiet, and then at the end I'll give some time for questions or shares, and everybody can unmute their lines and talk then. For anybody that doesn't know who I am, my name is Marissa Myers. I am the founder of Team Aloha. I'm a 6-star Diamond Elite 2014 coach, and I'm one of the leaders of the Dash to Diamond group. And tonight I'm going to talk about something I actually spent last weekend at the Eric Worre GoPro Mastery event with Tony Robbins and a bunch of other speakers, and it was about network marketing. It wasn't necessarily about Beachbody, but it was just about network marketing in general. And Eric Worre shared some great information with us about being coin operated versus entrepreneurial, and I thought that this was excellent we're talking this week about how to earn, and you'll see a lot of videos about ranks and different things like that. And this is more about how to earn in network marketing in general versus with Beachbody, but it's all related because that's what Beachbody is, network marketing. So this is my slideshow presentation. Let me put it in present mode. I know there's a way to do that. I forget. You present. Okay. All of this information is taken PS from Eric Worre, just FYI, so I'm not going to keep saying it for the rest of the presentation, but Eric Worre is the author of GoPro, and he was the leader, and him and his wife led the GoPro Mastery event last weekend with Tony Robbins, and next year it's going to be in Las Vegas on December 1st through the 4th, and it's going to be with Tony Robbins and Sir Richard Branson and several other top leaders in the business speaking. So Eric Worre said that there's 3 keys to success in this business. It comes down to 3 things: developing $1 million mindset, developing the skills, and creating a strategy. So coin operated versus entrepreneurial mindset. There's a way for me to even make it smaller. Oh shoot, man. Here, we'll put it down there. All right, so coin operated is someone that is a person that you put a coin in and they do the dance. So it's an employee mindset. It's somebody that clocks in and trades their time for money. Someone that's entrepreneurial is somebody that is a small business owner, or us, that we have a different mindset where we want to work for ourselves and we want to be our own bosses. So coin operated is, a lot of us are wired to be coin operated our whole lives. And so part of this business is helping people change their mindset from one that coin operated to entrepreneurial, to show them that they can do this too. A lot of us are not wired to be entrepreneurial. We've been wired to be coin operated since we were 2 years old, but we have to reprogram ourselves in order to have that entrepreneurial mindset. So anybody that's coin operated is blue collar salespeople and employees. Entrepreneurial is someone that is willing to invest first their time, money, energy, and passion, understanding that the return will be down the road. Most small business owners know that they're going to have a large initial investment of money and time before they're even going to see any money coming in. They'll be grossly underpaid for a time until they can reap the benefits in the future. Entrepreneurs understand that there's a season for planting, protecting, and harvesting, which is the same thing in our businesses. Right now is definitely a time for planting seeds. If you're struggling and you're wondering why everybody's saying no, don't get frustrated, and don't think that it's something that you're doing wrong, because it's not the season right now for health and weight loss. I mean, not a lot of people are focused on that. They're already their mind is already thinking about the holidays. Thanksgiving is coming up, Christmas is coming up, New Year's is coming up. I had someone say to me the other day that they were like, oh yeah, contact me after the holidays. I mean, they said that they wanted to lose weight and I got all their goals and everything. They're like, after the holidays. It's like, okay, you want to wait till after the holidays to start your journey. That's cool. But just know that you're going to get a lot of no's, but those are just seeds that you're planting. And if you plant 100 seeds in the next 2 months and they all say no, when January rolls around, if you continue to show them that you're continuing to do this lifestyle, regardless of them saying yes or no, when it's time for them and they want to actually jump on board in January, when it's the season for harvesting, they're going to remember you and they're going to come back to you and they're going to have seen your Facebook this whole time being consistent and reaching your goals. And they're going to be like, I want that person to be my coach, and they're going to be ready to sign up. So those are just seeds that you're planting for the future. To learn to invest in your future without the immediate return of results. So if you think that you're just going to work this business for 30 days and you're going to give it your all, and that's going to be enough to build you a long-term full-time income, then you've got to change that mindset, because it's going to take time, it's going to take energy, it's going to take effort, but it's going to be so absolutely worth it. So people that are entrepreneurial are investors and business owners. So these were just some statistics that he shared with us. He mentioned that the performance economy is accelerating. People aren't going to get paid to just hang out at a job all day anymore. They're going to get paid based on their performance. Salaries are starting to go away. Technology is increasing so fast that it's actually changing the workplace. Years ago, jobs that people used to do are now being held by machines. So it's totally changed jobs that you're getting paid to do. They also have recently introduced the new 30-hour work week, which is part-time employment. And the reason they do this, if they limit your hours to 30, they don't have to give you benefits. So they don't have to pay for your benefits. Studies show that 30% of employed people consider their employment a gig. They're working on a project with no opportunity of long-term gain. And the median income, not medium, median income in the U.S. is declining. Sorry. So new opportunities. There are other opportunities that are out there that are opening up people's minds to the possibility that maybe they can build something that is theirs. They can be their own boss. We're leaving the era of the company and the employee and entering the era of the entrepreneur. People want to be more in charge of their time. They want to live with a more free and flexible life. People are longing for that. They have a desire in their hearts for that. Just look at Uber. People are turning their cars into a business. From what I understand, Uber drivers don't even make very much money, but it's just the opportunity for them to be able to work for themselves. Airbnb, you can turn your home into a business. You can rent out one of the rooms in your home and make that your own little business that you're the CEO of. More and more, I'm seeing full-time people that are turning around and reselling stuff on Amazon and eBay, and they're making $100,000 a year just reselling stuff. I personally would not want to do that, but people are. It's very similar to network marketing, but it doesn't have the duplication factor. So all of these, while they're being their own boss, they don't have the opportunity to leverage, to build their coach army, to build an army of people that are out there doing the exact same thing that they're doing, helping people live more healthy and fulfilling lives, and ultimately creating a long-term residual income and a life of freedom and flexibility that they didn't have before. I'm going to mute this line because I don't know who it is, but it keeps beeping. I don't know how do I do that now because I'm on screen share. It won't let me. Oh well, it won't let me. If you all are on the phone, can you just hit mute on your phone? And if you're on the video, can you just right-click your screen and mute your line so that we don't hear the feedback? Somebody from a 516-405, sorry, 516-640-5959. That's the number that we were hearing from. Anyway, Shark Tank. You can see from the show Shark Tank, it's one of the most popular shows, and it's showing you how people are getting started into entrepreneurship. You see people crying on that show when they don't get picked because it's the pain of trying to start up their own business and probably having so much money and time invested and then not getting it picked up and feeling like they have nowhere else to go, and making so many sacrifices and so many years of investing their time and energy, and then, you know, feeling like their business is not gonna happen. It's not gonna grow. It's not gonna be what they wanted it to be. So the traditional business owner must have many different things that with network marketing we don't have to have. First of all, they have to make sure that they have a marketable product that is not already out there in the market. They have to have something that's different, but that people are going to want to buy. They have to make a huge investment of time and money. Most small businesses, their initial investment is $65,000 to be able to open up a small business. The 7-Eleven franchise is a $35,000 investment for a 7-Eleven franchise. Most of them don't even break even until 3 to 5 years into the business. They're just barely scraping by. They're not even paying themselves a salary. So they're not even actually paying back that 35 grand that they borrowed, because they're not even making a positive, you know, they're not in the positive yet. They have to have commitment. They have to be full-time right away, because they have to put all of their energy and effort into the business. It's not just like, you know, network marketing like Beachbody, where you can put in 10 hours a week and you have the opportunity to be able to build a full-time income working 10 hours a week. They have to have expertise, talent to sell their products, and they have to be able to hire good people in their company. They have to be good at sales. They have to figure out how they're going to market their product, where they're going to sell it, how they're going to find the people to share it with. They have to provide their own customer service. They have to have their own inventory. They have to take care of regulatory issues, legal, and human resources. But there is a better way, which is the Beachbody solution, and that's why we're all here. If you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, network marketing is a better way. It's not perfect, but it's better, because it actually just serves an important educational need. These products are already out there on the market, but they simply just need to be explained and demonstrated to people. Word of mouth advertising is way better than fragmented advertising. People, when was the last time you clicked on an ad on the sidebar on your Facebook and purchased something from it? People are less likely to pick up the phone and order from well, I mean, you know, we have a lot of infomercials, but a Facebook ad or, you know, the home shopping network, versus having a friend, a trusted friend, share something that's already working for them and make a recommendation. They're going to be much more likely to trust their friend, their trusted advisor's recommendation of something that they're sharing that's already working for them, than they are to go see an ad on Facebook and go, oh yeah, that person, look, they have pictures of them, you know, they're saying that they lost 30 pounds. Oh no, those are doctored. Those pictures that's not real, you know. But if they know the person, then they actually can see that the results are real. The people are real. They're meeting us. We're real people behind those images. It's definitely the more efficient model. It creates opportunity for distributors to build an army of coaches. So not only do we have the opportunity to build a business that helps us have a long-term residual income, but we get to help a lot more people. Because if you try to go out and be a fitness instructor or a personal trainer, you're limited by your geographic location. You can only reach people that are just right around you, and you're limited by your time, because you can only spend so many hours in the day training clients. But the beauty of this is, if I try to go out and help 100 people next month, that's going to be really hard for me to do, because there's only one of me, and that's going to take 1,000,000 hours to help 100 people. But it wouldn't be that difficult for me to go out and help 10 people, and then to teach those 10 people how to help 10 people, and that's 100 people right there. So that's the difference between, you know, having a one person and then building your coach army. There's extremely low risk in relation to the potential compared to the traditional business owner. We have a very minimal investment, $140 for a challenge pack this month with the 21-day fix or 21-day fix extreme. I mean, it's $5 a day for a 30-day investment. And even if you never do anything with the business, you know, you can just live a healthier life just by investing in that for yourself, even if nothing ever happens with the business. So the Beachbody solution, the product or service is provided by Beachbody. The startup cost is almost nothing. There's a flexible commitment. If you go on vacation and you want to take a week off, you can do that. Training is provided. You have your upline sponsor. You have these Dash to Diamond groups. You have Coach Basics. You have the Coach Online Office. You have YouTube to look up. You can Google anything. There's so many opportunities for you to be able to take charge of your business and be the CEO of your company and learn how to do it properly and train yourself. Sales. I don't know why I put that in there. Customer service is provided. We don't have to get on the phone and have a product. I mean, actually we do sometimes because of our customer service. But for the most part, we don't have to manage customer service issues unless there was a problem with coach relations or customer service, which I know that we have issues, but we're working on that and it's going to get better. The company manages the inventory. You don't have to spend $60,000, investing in inventory to have in your store, or, investing $35,000 into a franchise. Your investment is just what you're using for your own personal use. The legal is taken care of. Beachbody hires the best lawyers, the best, everything. And you don't have any employees unless you have an assistant, but for the most part, they're an independent contractor anyway. So a lot of people think that network marketing isn't a real business, but according to Eric Worre's presentation, the global direct selling in 2014 had retail sales of $182 billion. $182 billion business, but it's not a real business. And 99.724 million people in network marketing, in global sales, in direct selling companies. So I don't know if you can call that a real business, but I would call it a real business. And you're going to hear a lot of your prospects say, is it a pyramid scheme? Only the people, I know what those are, only the people at the top are making the money. Well, first of all, there's 1,400 network marketing companies in the US alone, and that's roughly double the number for the rest of the world. And to answer the question of do only people at the top make money, there's estimated 500 people earning over $1 million a year in network marketing. So if you round that up to 2 million, that will equal $1 billion a year. That's only 1.4%, leaving $71.8 billion for everyone else to split up. So if you think only the people at the top that get in first make the money, then you're missing the point, because there really only is 1.4% of the people that are there. It's hard to tell how many six-figure income earners there are in the world, but if it were 8.7%, there would still be 90% of people that would be earning some good money doing network marketing. So not only the people at the top make the money. So how can we get better? How can we be better coaches? How can we be better business owners? How can we teach our teams, improve our skills? First of all, education. Don't look to your coach to be your Google search. Go online, look at YouTube videos, look at the Coach Online Office, connect with other coaches in your local area at Super Saturdays. Pick their brains. Any time that you have any chance that you have to ask top coaches in this business what they're doing, if you can get their ear and you can ask them questions, pick their brains. That's how I learned how to build this business. I had no sponsor. I had no upline to teach me. I didn't know anything. All I did was just pick the brains of other leaders and teach myself this business. Retrain your people to think like entrepreneurs. So when you're sharing the opportunity with people, show them the difference between, working for somebody else for the rest of their life, which is starting to go away anyway, and it doesn't have as much, safety as what people think. It's a safe route as what people think because it's going away. And retrain them to think that to be an entrepreneur, it's going to give them a different lifestyle. It's going to provide more freedom and flexibility, and for very minimum startup costs. So when you're talking to someone about the opportunity, set the proper expectations. I used to make this mistake in the beginning, and I'd be like, oh, it's so easy. You just talk to a couple people and you just share what you're doing, and you can make a lot of money and it's really easy. And it's not. It's not easy. we didn't get to be elite coaches overnight. It was a struggle. It was a lot of hard work. It wasn't just like snap your fingers and, oh, it's handed to you. So be honest with how much work it's going to take. When you go to purchase a franchise, they have actually a document that tells you all the risks that they're taking, like a disclaimer packet that comes with it, because they want you to know it's going to be tough. They want you to know that it's going to take a lot of work. They're going to tell you up front that you may have to work for minimum wage for 5 years and still find it hard to turn a profit after 5 years. Don't overstate the product or service. So don't say that Shakeology cures cancer or any other thing, because it creates a bad reputation for with regulators and a bad expectation with people if they think that it's going to be a miracle. I talk about what Shakeology does for me personally, but I just say it as, this is what it does for me, and this is what it can do. And there's a great video by Tony Horton and Darren O'Lean that's like 7 minutes long that talks about all the superfoods in Shakeology that I love, and actually let them be the ones to speak for it. Success rates. So don't state that everyone is going to be successful. That's the franchise disclaimer packet shows you that, not everyone is successful. And I would say, 20% of people actually really grow this business to something that makes them happy, I guess, that they feel successful by any terms. The only reason that is because most people don't stay long enough to make it happen. They quit before they get to that point. So anyone can be successful if they continue to be consistent in the 3 vital behaviors long enough. Don't set expectation on income. So don't say like you're going to sign up and you're going to be earning the 6-figure income after 1 year, or $50,000 a year after 1 year. They're going to have to. It's based on if they do the productive behaviors that you're going to teach them throughout your coach training program. It's going to take work, a lot of hard work, a lot of time, and a lot of effort. But you have to make up for the lack of large investment with hard work and commitment, because like I said earlier, it's cost most people $65,000 to start up a small business. And professionalism. So decide to treat your business like a business. Be the CEO of your company. Be professional in all things that you do in relation to your business. He spends at this event, at the beginning of the event, when they introduce all the speakers, they have you do this thing with like, oh yes, go pro, because they want everyone to have in their mind to be a professional. Because Eric Worre is trying to bring professionalism to our business so that we reduce or relieve that bad reputation that network marketing has taken on. If you focus on really people and building relationships and really authentically, truly helping them, and don't just focus on your 2 successful points or your $50 challenge pack sale or your elite or your rank or whatever it is, if you really focus on those people and you are a professional about it and you really care about them and you go into that conversation with a desire to really help them, then how can they have a negative experience with you? They can't. But what happens is, what gives network marketing a bad name is those people that go out there and try to muscle and push and shove and beg and convince people to do this. People that they haven't built a solid connection with, people that they haven't spent time getting to know and really finding out their needs and filling them with what we offer. So there are 3 types of people in network marketing: posers, amateurs, and professionals. Be a professional. Decide to be a professional network marketer. Go pro. Like any professional, there are skills you have to master. It's not about your timing. It's not about your positioning. It's not about where you are in the downline and who's your sponsor. And, do you have a strong leg or do you have a weak leg, and who's on this one and what's that? Or she got this thing and he got that thing and I didn't get that. And they were on the infomercial. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do with you, and you alone are in charge of your business. You are the CEO of your company. When you show up as a professional, everyone around you will go to work. So if you treat your business like a professional business and you show up every day, your team is going to duplicate what you do. Your team is going to show up the way you show up. So spend time developing your skills and developing that $1 million mindset. and always work your business with enthusiasm. If you feel like you don't have enthusiasm, go back to your personal development before you get into a conversation with someone, because they're going to feel that and it's not going to be positive. Eric says there's 7 fundamental skills. I'm going to go into this with my team at a later date into more detail, because he actually broke these down and started talking about all of them. But it's finding prospects, inviting them, presenting to them, following up, closing, getting new distributors started, and promoting events. 7 skills, and doing them over and over and over and over until you can do them in your sleep, until you're so good at them that you just laugh in their face. The only way that you'll do that is if you get over your fear of inviting people. And the only way that you can get over your fear is just to do it over and over and over and over and over until you get comfortable with it. And is it going to suck in the beginning? Yes. And is it going to feel weird? And are you going to feel like you're a total failure and you're bumbling and you don't over your words and you don't know how to present the business? Yes. Did it feel like that for me? Yes. Did I fail a million times before I had success? Yes. I think my first 20 business presentations, everybody said no. And I was like, this doesn't work. I can't do this. It doesn't work for me. And I gave up on doing business presentations for a long time because I was like, it doesn't work. But really, I only gave 20 business presentations. 20 business presentations is not going to be enough for you to be able to build your business to for me, what I wanted it to be, which was I wanted to be able to quit my job. I should have gone into more about my story when I started, but so go back to Beachbody school. I'll do my story at the end. The average doctor or lawyer, use spelling errors on here, spends approximately 18,000 hours of practice before they officially start their career. Try doing 18. So people sign up and they want to be they want to be a coach, and they're like, okay, I signed up yesterday and now I went and talked to 20 people and they all said no. Well, you didn't even put any hours in training and learning how to talk to people and learning how to find their needs and fill it with Beachbody. So if doctors and lawyers spend approximately 18,000 hours learning how to do what they do, we can spend 3 days learning how to do what we do. The average athlete spends over 10,000 hours of practice before they become elite. When you're in front of a prospect, you are in game time, not practice. So take it away from game time and practice with your team first. So if you're wanting to learn how to do a business opportunity presentation, get on the phone with another coach in your team and go back and forth and mock business opportunity presentations and present the business to each other, and then ask each other, how did that feel? Can you give me some feedback? What did you like? Did you feel like I helped you? Do you feel like I led you? Do you feel like you really want to join my team now? And have them be honest with you. Have your coach watch you do that mock presentation so that they can give you feedback. We're doing weekly mock business opportunity presentation. Well, we just started it this week. We did a call where everybody's practicing with me watching them so I can give them feedback. The average business startup in the US, I already said that. And a lot of businesses, you don't even start making a profit until 3 years of a full-time commitment. The benefits of Beachbody, going back to Beachbody school and learning the business and really being able to teach it and build a team, is that there's so many benefits to it. The benefits of being able to do what we do is priceless. I mean, you can serve so many people. You can help so many people live their absolute best, healthiest, most successful life possible. And there's a financial reward for that. And you can help people live more free and flexible than anywhere else on the planet. Rockstar distributors do 1 business presentation a day, at least 1 business presentation a day. So if you're not talking about the business, then how are people going to know to sign up with you and be a coach on your team? That's the biggest problems are with business. Usually when people aren't sponsoring or enrolling new coaches is 2 things. They're either saying way too much and word vomiting on people, or they're not talking enough. They're not even talking about the business to anybody. How much would you pay someone to do what you did in your network marketing business in the last 30 days? So seriously, sit down and write how much time have you really spent on your business, and what is that worth? How much time? How much do you think you should get paid for what you did? If you've only given an hour, I'm sure none of you have, because, well, people that are on this call, most likely you've given more than an hour to your business, but you can't expect that if you give 2 hours a week that you're going to be able to build a full-time income. You can't have a minimum mentality and a maximum life. It takes time and energy to make this business happen. But it's so worth it for the freedom that you'll have, the lives you'll be able to touch, the places you'll be able to see, how much you'll be able to give back, and the person that you'll become in the process. The biggest benefit isn't what you'll get from being involved in network marketing, but rather what you will become and what you will be able to give. Being able to serve the world and support a lot of people in becoming their best selves. So that being said, a little bit about me. My story is, since I didn't say it in the beginning, is I think some of my team is on this call, but for those of you in the Dash Diamond group, my name is Marissa Myers. I'm the founder of Team Aloha, which is an elite coaching team. We finished in the top 0.001% or 0.01% of coaches last year. We were actually like in the top 100 teams. I used to be a full-time nurse anesthetist. I graduated from anesthesia school in 2010. I started my job. I quickly realized that it wasn't something I could do for the rest of my life. And at the same time as I just graduated, I started the Insanity program. I lost 25 pounds. I landed on the infomercial. People started noticing, asking me what I was doing, and it became natural for me to share what I was doing with people. And so they started going to beachbody.com and buying the program because I really didn't understand how coaching worked. And finally, my coach invited me, to work out with Shaun T live in Fort Lauderdale in 2011, so I had already been using the program for like six months at that point. And I was like, okay, I'm in. She got me to an event, and that's what sold me, because I was like, this is more than just one person. This is a community of people out there changing lives, saving lives. And when they did that thing where they had people stand up if they lost over 80, 60, 70, 80 pounds, and I saw people still standing in the room that had lost over 80 pounds, I thought, wow, this is a movement. This is, they're really changing people's lives. Okay, I want to be a part of this. And my sponsor that's not enrolled me got pregnant shortly after enrolling me, and she decided Beachbody, she wasn't going to work her business anymore. So I pretty much was left to figure it out all on my own. I had no idea what I was doing. I failed a million times. I failed so miserably. I had no sponsor to teach me anything, and I just had to figure it out. But after fast forward the next 3 years, I was able to replace my 6-figure income with this opportunity and quit my nurse anesthetist job. And now I work once a week as a nurse anesthetist just to keep my license active. And I have coaches on my team that they're on the same journey as me. Like, one of my coaches is a nurse. She replaced her full-time salary and was able to resign. She was able to stay home with her 2 kids and her husband and replace what she earned. I have another coach who replaced her corporate income, and she's a full-time coach. So this opportunity really can, change a lot of lives. And I thought that was really worth sharing, what Eric taught. So does anybody have any questions or any shares? Everybody's muted, so if you want to say something, you can unmute your line. I like that. Did you just write that and hang it up on your GoPro? Whoa, yes, GoPro.
Yeah, I want to share about that, because that's something that mindset thing that I'm trying to change right now is just really being professional about what I do. And it's so huge because it trickles down through many other things that I'm doing. So I appreciate the sharing. I believe I saw that that particular video.
Did you?
Yeah, from Eric Worre. So when he showed all the billions of people who are doing network marketing, it just like blew me away. I'm like, what? but it's like a mindset change that I have to have every single day. I have to stop playing small because that's my biggest thing. It's like I always think of myself so little. So it has to do with my personal development, has something to do with how I approach the business, has something to do with even how I take care of my household, my home. So I think that's huge. That for me is my takeaway from all this. Stop playing small. Thanks.
Well, that's why I shared this with you guys, because, we're in this Dash a Diamond group, and, you might not think that it's applicable to the information that you're learning this week, but it is going to arm you with confidence, because what you're offering to people is an opportunity for them to say yes, for them to have a life-changing business. It's not about you. It's not about you getting the coach. I got that person. I got him. No, you enrolled a coach. You sponsored a coach. You didn't get them. It's about them. It's not about you. And when you have that mindset and you go into that conversation and you are not attached to whether they say yes or no, you want them to say yes because you want what's best for them, which would be for them to say yes to this opportunity and run with it and have that life of freedom and flexibility. But when you let go of that attachment and it no longer becomes about you, your business just flourishes. It just works. It just grows because people feel that you really care about them, and the authenticity of that you really care about them reaching their goals, and you are offering them an opportunity to say yes, then your business just transforms. It shifts. I spent a lot of time pushing and begging and hoping and wishing, and when I would get my coaches, I would get them to sign, I would get them. And it's like, that is about you. If you're getting them, it's about them. It's about giving them an opportunity to say yes to something that can change their life. Our job is to present this opportunity to as many people as possible so they can have the opportunity to say yes. And that is really, truly how I feel. I'm so passionate about this business because I see what it has done for me, that I can live this life where I'm home and I can go to the park with my dog and I can play with my bird and I can play a guitar. I can do whatever I want to do because I'm not stuck in a freezing cold operating room watching people, get fixed, which they're not really getting fixed after surgery or during surgery. And Beachbody gave us this really cool thermal thing that I love, this water bottle. It keeps it cold. It's like my best friend. It's like I'm hanging out with it every day. All right, well, if nobody has any questions or shares, then I'll go ahead and end the call, and I'll post the recording in the group. Does anybody have, I'll give you 10 seconds to say something if you want to share or ask a question. Anybody? Raise your hand. I'm going to use my fingers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Good night, everybody.